Part 2. Thorns. The cost of standing upright. School was not free. That was the first lie Aderonke had to unlearn. The government school at the end of Oke-Iya had no gates, only a leaning signboard with peeling paint and a bell that sounded like a cough. Children poured in every morning with torn bags and feet dusted red, but even that required money. Uniform, books, PTA levy, exam fees that appeared like surprise visitors, uninvited and unapologetic. The headmistress looked at Aderonke the way people looked at grass that dared to grow too tall. "Madam, school is not charity," she said, tacking her pen against the register. "If you cannot meet requirements, don't waste our time." Aderonke nodded. She had learnt that nodding was cheaper than arguing. She sold her only extra wrapper to buy Moremi a uniform 2 sizes too big. She stitched the sleeves inward with uneven hands. When Moremi wore it, she looked like a child borrowed from the future. "Mama, I look like a big girl," she said, smiling. Aderonke turned away so her daughter would not see her cry. Books were harder. Pencils disappeared quickly in a world where nothing stayed long. Sometimes Moremi shared with 3 other children. Sometimes she wrote on her thigh with charcoal when paper finished. Still, she learned. She learned quickly. Too quickly. Teachers noticed. Other parents did too. "Your child is sharp," she said, not kindly. "But school is long. Can you really carry her to the end?" That night, Aderonke did not sleep. School fees began to pile like unpaid debts to the future. Some mornings, Moremi stayed home, not because she was sick, but because her mother was ashamed. Shame was heavier than hunger now. When Moremi asked why, Aderonke lied. "They are repairing the classroom." One afternoon, the headmistress sent Moremi home with a note folded too neatly. "Fees outstanding. Child will not be allowed back until settled." Aderonke read it 3 times. The words did not change. That evening, she walked to the road again, but this time not with sachet water. She stood near the motor park until night came. When she returned, Moremi was asleep. Aderonke bathed quietly, scrubbing her skin until it burned. She did not cry. Crying was a luxury she could no longer afford. The next day, she paid half the fees. The headmistress sighed. "Bring the rest." "I will," Aderonke said, and she meant it, even though she had no idea how. Moremi returned to school thinner but brighter. She read aloud at night, her voice steady, her confidence growing like something stubborn and green. Sometimes she corrected her mother's pronunciation. Aderonke laughed then, short, surprised laughs, like someone rediscovering sound. But the world noticed. Men began to notice too. "You are wasting that child," one said. "Teach her trade," another advised. "School won't feed you," they warned. Aderonke said nothing. One day, Moremi came home quiet. "They said I smell," she whispered. "They said I look like bush." Aderonke held her daughter and felt something inside her harden. Not break, but set, like cement. "You are not bush," she said slowly. "You are seed." That night, she sold her kerosene stove. They cooked over firewood after that. Smoke stung their eyes. Hunger returned, louder now. But Moremi stayed in school. Sometimes Aderonke wondered if she was cruel. To choose tomorrow over today? To starve gently so her daughter could learn loudly? But when Moremi came first in her class and brought home a paper folded with pride, Aderonke pressed it to her chest like a certificate of survival. Grass did not rise easily. It was cut, burned, and stepped on. But still, it grew. And somewhere in the spaces between unpaid fees, whispered insults, and long nights without sleep, Aderonke was teaching her daughter something no classroom could. How to stand when the world keeps pushing you flat. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Carol's Moonlight Tales, for the final episode.